Okay, thank you for coming here. I'm really appreciate your time. My name is Toru Tokushige. I'm a founder and the CEO of the Terra Drone. So today, I would like to express our future plan in Ukraine and also our commitment in Ukraine. So, this is my first time for coming to Ukraine. Many Japanese people do not agree to come to Ukraine because of the safety issue right now. But I came here last September to attend the Defense Tech held in Lviv. So, but this is just my first time. So, but at the beginning, I'm very much nervous and worried about, right? Because of some risk. But I came here since last September. But after that, I'm coming here 8 times. This is my eighth time coming here during these 6 months. You know, it's just once in a month, right? And then difficult point for me is now I'm very familiar with the life in Ukraine, also some accommodation and also the nice food and nice people. The problem is that you can imagine that from the Poland, Warsaw to here, also like Rzeszów to here, 70 hours, 80 hours by bus and by train. This is my headache. But anyway, now I'm enjoying the life in Ukraine and fighting with you together. That is my mentality. So, Japanese company would like to support Ukraine, but all of them is after the war. After the war, many Japanese companies would like to support Ukraine, sincerity. But you need the support right now, right? So that is my commitment. So, and then we are very famous startup in Japan. So that's why if we come here and providing some success, I believe more and more Japanese company pay attention to Ukraine and come here and providing the commitment and cooperation. That is also my dream. So let me introduce our company. Our company was established about 10 years ago. The number of employees about 650 employees. We are starting from the industrial drone, but recently we announced to entering the defense sector, preparing a lot. And then our company became the listed company in the Tokyo Stock Exchange in 2024. So this is a drone industry. In terms of drone industry, there is a 3 parts. One is hardware and also services and UTM. And in hardware, as you know, the Chinese DJI dominates the market. But in terms of the solution, in terms of the UTM means unmanned traffic management system, we are always one of the top ranking. This is not only Japan, but also the worldwide evaluation. We are always one of the top ranking. This is also UTM. So after coming here more than 6 months and doing the deep market research, I'm convinced that we can contribute your country and your company in 3 elements. So these 3 elements, investment, also the global expansion, also the mass production. First is the investment. So after coming here is that there are some successful company in the drone industry, but even a successful company still suffering from the money because the bank do not want to borrow the defense sector. Also, even if they borrow, they provide the money as a debt, but the interest rate is 20%. It's very high. So even a successful company is struggling because of the money. So that's why I decided to commitment to providing $10 million. This is just our initial commitment for your country and for your company. And we are very much good at fundraising, and also this is my history. This is the Terra Drone. So this is equity investment. This is maybe 3 or 4 years ago. This is also Terra Motors. This is my first company, 40 million. This is also equity. And the more important point is, this is another company that's charging business in myself, and then this is a big amount you can see. But good point in Japan is that interest rate is just 2%. 2%. It's very cheap. And also we have already have a capability and also like reputation and then reliability from the finance guy in Japan. So this is my first commitment. The second is a global expansion. Right now I'm 56 years old, and more than 20 years, 25 years, I'm doing the business globally. But global business is not easy, it's very difficult. And I have many failures and many mistakes, but recover, try and error. And finally, I'm good at doing the business globally to see the good partner, to see the good product, to develop the excellent product, and also to hiring the excellent people and good organization. So, and right now, Terra Drone has, so you can see 60%. What is the 6%? 60%. This is this year's our sales revenue. 60% of our revenue is coming from abroad. It's not, Japan is only 40%. And we have a company, subsidiary in Europe, Netherlands, and Belgium, and also Saudi Arabia, and Indonesia, Malaysia. So this is our company. So we are a Japanese company, but we are international company as well as. This is our company, second our contribution. So last, our contribution is mass production. Mass production. This is also important. And my first company is Terra Motors, and this is electric vehicle. We are still manufacturing about 20,000 units. And then, core components of the electric vehicle is motor, battery, and controller. This is completely the same as a drone. And compared to electric vehicle, drone is much more easier from our point of view. So this is our contribution for your country and company. So today, I would like to inform our strategic partner, Kyiv, but this is just our beginning, starting point. We are also looking for the partner in Ukrainian drone startup company. Today is just the starting point. So, but during this, why I'm coming here 6 times? Because, in order to provide our commitment, in order to meet the many drone startup company. So already during these 6 months, I met more than 100 drone startup company in Ukraine. So that's why we already know the business in Ukraine, what's happening. Also, your market is dramatically changed in just 3 months and 4 months. It's very surprising compared to the Japanese society. But anyway, after meeting with many drone startup company here in Ukraine, I realized that opportunity is here. Opportunity is Interceptor drone. Already, FPV drone, so many FPV drone. FPV drone is very important, but already occupied, already player is decided. But Interceptor drone is, I believe, much more important. And then, yesterday also, always, every day, listen to every day, 3 times, 4 times, Shahid is coming, and the missile is coming, right? It is very surprising for Japanese people. Every day, right? 3 times and 4 times, at even night, right? 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock. We cannot sleep. But anyway, 5,000 Shahid is coming in a month. And initially use strike by using the missile, but missile is so expensive, right? But I'm very much surprised, and it is really respectable for your company. You develop this, right? You innovate this product. So Shahid is just about 30K and 40K, and the missile 1 million, 2 million. But this one is 3,000 US, 2,000 US, right? It's very cheap, right? So this is very important. And then also in Japan, I always explain since last September, I explain MOD in Japan. This is very important, but they do not understand what I'm saying. But my strong message was demonstrated because of the Middle East war right now. Right now, many missile and the Shahid is coming, right? Every day. But the US Israeli guys striking by using a missile. But missile is very expensive, but lack of the missile. How do you do, right? If the missile is nothing. So that's why I think the Interceptor drone is really important. And then there are several startup companies focusing on the Interceptor drone. And I also meeting the many several companies, but finally I decided him. Because one is like his personal, of course, the product is important. And another important point is the trust and personality. So trust is very important in a global businesses. So that is my experience. So he's the one, maybe he will explain after me. So, but again, so Amazing company investment is just the initial stage. So we are looking for another opportunity in Ukraine. Also, we have capability to support Ukrainian startup company. Because in your country, again, still war is continuously, and also innovative product is continuously coming. Not 2 years, not 3 years, it's just 2 months and 3 months, right? It's innovative product is coming. And you have like a fixed wing, also like a FPV, fiber optics, right? And UGB, USB, right? A counter drone system. It's many different new product, innovative product is coming. So I would like to support your company and your company. So this is my final presentation is that when I was young, I stay in the Silicon Valley, United States, and doing the startup company. But unlike Japan, Silicon Valley mentality is change the world. Change the world. I like this keyword. So together with Ukrainian startup company, we would like to change the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Toru. Welcome to Ukraine. Максиме, Klymenko, тепер я запрошую вас, надаю слово CEO та кофаундеру компанії, української компанії, розробнику дронів-перехоплювачів Amazing Drones.
Добрий день. Дякую всім, що прийшли. Hello, everyone. My name is Max. I'm sorry, I need to take a clicker. Okay. So let me tell you a few words about our company, about our strategic partner. Sorry. This way. Okay. Well, I started this business 3 years ago. Actually, it was not a business at the beginning. It was something like volunteer initiative. My friend asked me to help him with FPV drones. And before that, I didn't know anything about drones. So I just decided that, okay, we will assemble like 10 drones and that's it for us. But you see that situation changed. And right now I'm CEO of Ukrainian military startup. And we received several Ukrainian defense grants. We are a member of Brave One. We took part in several exhibitions in Brave One. So actually we are in this business for 3 years. We started from usual FPV drones. In our country, they called like one side attacking drone. And after some time, we decided that it's a good idea to focus on Interceptor because we thought that from Shahid, the dangers may be really big because Russia always threatens us with bigger and bigger quantities of Shahids attacking Ukraine. That's why last year we started to develop our new product, Interceptor drone. And so right now we finished it, and actually, so it's a few words about us. And we finish FPV drone. We finish our drone Interceptor, and right now we continue to integrate it in different military units. But I wanted to tell you a few interesting words how we met Toru. Actually, it was a year ago, almost a year ago, during exhibition. Just imagine he maybe was one Asian guy on this exhibition, and I was really surprised to saw him. And we spoke with Toru. We spoke about. He said that I'm a CEO of big Japan company. I asked, "What are you doing here? It's too far from Japan." He said, "Yeah, it took like 30 hours to come here." But he was looking for interesting ideas, and he was looking for a cooperation. So I would like to say thank you to Toru. He's really active. You saw that he attended Ukraine for 8 times. And first time he asked me where to live, where is like security place. I said, you need to choose like big hotel with big shelter. So, and so I appreciate, Toru, that you come here and that you help us. Actually, we as a Ukrainian startup company, we can deliver to our partnership real combat experience in really fast development cycle. Because here in Ukraine, technologies develops really, really fast. So if in some another Western countries, they need like years to develop something, here we don't have chances to do it so slowly. That's why we waste maybe several months. We spent 2-3 months to develop some technology from scratch, from zero till ready to use product. And I hope that together with Terra Drones, we will receive global expansion, mass production expertise from them, and real combat experience from us. So again, thank you, JPN company, because as Toru told before, it maybe was first company that started to do some business in Ukraine. Actually, I think that together with Terra Drone, we will receive global expansion, and they will share with us their mass production expertise and also business expertise. I would like to tell you a few words about our core product. Its name is Terra A1. So it's the product which we designed especially to resist Shahed, because this target, Shahed, is fast moving and big. During designing of this product, we spoke with many militaries. We have close connections with different kind of military units, and we included every feedback that they gave us to this product. So right now we are focused on scaling production of it, and we will continue to develop it because everything is changing really fast. So we need to think about future threats. So that's why in our country, in our company, like development never stops. This is like, I would like to tell you several specifications with our product. So the speed is 300 kilometers per hour, range about 35 kilometers. Flight time is 15 minutes. And he can carry payload about 500 grams. And it uses, here you see like standard frequencies. We don't want to show like our secret specification because here you see like standard one. But we use a bit another for combat situation. So we tested it multiple times with many units. Right now, you can see maybe this movie. Okay. Yeah, it's like short movie about it. So here we can we receive speeds 300 kilometers. Yeah, it's really fast. It's good maneuverable, so it can resist to any air targets that we have in Ukraine. So our next step will be expand field test, continue development. We want to scale production, and of course, we're thinking about export and global channels of sales. It's like our future because one day Ukraine need to share the experience with our friends abroad, because you see that the world is changing every day. There are lots of threats, and in the world there are good people and there are like bad guys who continue to threaten to all democratic countries. So I think that together with Japan, we have lots of in common. They also have Russia near their borders. They have North Korea and in other countries. They do not our friends. They are not our friends. So I think that we have lots of things in common. That's why we need to establish this strategic partnership. And I appreciate our Japan partners that they decided to do it with us. Thank you.
Now also we have an online speech by the Ukrainian Chamber of Commerce in Japan, Takashi Kikuchi. So please, I guess we can look at the monitor. Hi.
Hi. So, wait a bit. Okay. Can you see that? My presentation slide.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak today. My name is Takashi Kikuchi, and I'm the Secretary General of the Ukrainian Chamber of Commerce in Japan. It is a great honor for me to join you today and take part in this important announcement. First of all, I would like to express my deep respect to the people of Ukraine. Even under very difficult circumstances, you continue to move forward, continue your business, continue improving your technology, and continue supporting your society. Your strength, resilience, and determination to never give up on the future have given many of us in Japan great courage and inspiration. Over the past few years, Ukraine has developed an extraordinary ability to respond quickly, adapt technology, and act with speed under very difficult conditions. I believe this is one of Ukrainians' greatest strengths today, and also a very important message to the world. Ukraine is not only enduring the present, Ukraine is also shaping the future. I believe today's announcement is highly significant. To me, it shows that cooperation between Japan and Ukraine is moving into a new stage. A stage that is more concrete, more practical, and more future-oriented. This is important because Japan-Ukraine cooperation is becoming more visible, more structured, and more long-term. Japan has long been known for quality, reliability, precision, and a strong sense of responsibility over the long term. Ukraine, on the other hand, has built advanced knowledge, real-world experience, strong execution capability, and practical adaptability. I believe there is great value in combining these strengths of Japan with the strengths that Ukraine has built. Together, they can create real long-term value. I also believe that Terra Drone initiative itself is very important. Japan has long been trusted around the world for manufacturing, especially for hardware quality, precision, and reliability. At the same time, in the drone field, there have been areas where Japan has not fully kept pace with the world-leading developments. That is why it is so meaningful that Terra Drone as a Japanese company is showing strong interest in Ukraine, where some of the world's most advanced knowledge and practical experience in this field can be found, and is now taking concrete steps to deepen in engagement. I believe this is about more than just one company. I believe it also sends an important message to Japan industry, government stakeholders, and Japanese society more broadly. That message is this. Ukraine is not the only country receiving support. Ukraine is also an extremely important partner. a place where world-leading technology, practical knowledge, and new industrial opportunities are being created. I also believe that today's announcement can become a first step toward changing how Japan's business community sees Ukraine. Of course, I understand that in Japan, the drone field may raise different discussions because it is connected to defense and security issues. However, I believe something even more important is happening here. Japanese companies are beginning to seriously engage with Ukraine's advanced capabilities and long-term potential, and they are beginning to build real relationships. I strongly hope that this move will become an important catalyst. I hope it will encourage more Japanese companies to take interest in Ukraine and to seriously consider concrete business cooperation and technology collaboration. As the Ukrainian Chamber of Commerce in Japan, we have been working as a bridge between Japanese and Ukrainian companies, organizations, and people. Our role is not only to create connections. Our role is also to support dialogue, build trust, and help turn each connection into a practical and lasting cooperation. In that sense, I believe today's announcement of cooperation in Ukraine between Terra Drone and Ukrainian companies, including Amazing Drones, is a new starting point. I sincerely hope that this announcement will lead to more dialogue, more connections, and more concrete cooperation between Japan and Ukraine, beginning with Terra Drone, but also going much further. And we will do our best to support that momentum. For that reason, I see Terra Drone's initiative, which Mr. Tokushige has just introduced, as a very symbolic step that shows a new possibility for Japan-Ukraine cooperation. I would also like to express my sincere appreciation for Mr. Tokushige's remarks and for Terra Drone's forward-looking commitment. Finally, I would like to express my sincere respect and gratitude to everyone who made today's event possible. I strongly hope that responsible, forward-looking, and sustainable cooperation between Japan and Ukraine will continue to grow in the years ahead. As the Ukraine Chamber of Commerce in Japan, we will continue to do our very best to support and strengthen that bridge. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Takashi. Thank you for online participation and huge thanks for your words of support.
Thank you.
Отже, я думаю, можемо рухатися далі. І зараз переходимо до частини з Q&A сесії. Please let me invite Mr. Toru Tokushige and Max Klymenko. I will interview speakers. Please take your mix. Go. So I will switch between Ukrainian and English, if you don't mind, and Maksym will help with some translation. Okay, so my first questions are addressed to Mr. Toru. Ви згадували досвід Terra Drone у масовому виробництві та контролі якості. Як ви плануєте використати цей досвід у співпраці з Amazing Drones? Які будуть ваші перші кроки партнерства? So, you mentioned Terra Drone expertise in mass production and quality control. How will you use this in your collaboration with Amazing Drones? And what are your first steps together with Amazing Drones? Thank you.
First of all, mass production is not easy. And then especially one is that we need a big money. It's not okay. Thank you. For the mass production, firstly, we need a big investment, as well as quality management, also the supply chain management, also the hiring people and educate and training the people. But I think that the challenging point in Ukraine is that because of our experience in the electric vehicle, because electric vehicle is, if once we develop the product, so this product continuously 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, right? At least 3 years. But in Ukraine, the drone business is just 3 months or 6 months, right? If the components become changed, we have to it becomes a garbage, right? So supply chain management, also a warehouse management is really, really important. Otherwise, company losing the money. So that is a capability we can input it. And the first step, as you mentioned, that is that I think first of all, before the mass production, we need to succeed the strike of the Shahid as a first step. And then it's become much easier. So mass production is no problem, but so next challenging for us is to striking the Shahid. Yeah. So this is your part.
Окей, я трошки перекладу, що сказав містер Такошігі. Головне для нас це зараз досягти збиття шахедів, зробити той самий Battlefield Experience, про що ми казали на початку. Містер Такошігі також наголосив, що будь-яке масове виробництво – це, перше за все, це великі інвестиції, це менеджмент закупок, це контроль складу, навчання персоналу, найм персоналу та багато інших чинників. Але головне те, що ми зараз маємо в Україні, це те, що, наприклад, в Японії, якщо ти щось створив, то воно буде таким залишатися на роки. Він сказав приклад про мотобайки, які вони виробляють в Індії. І в Україні все зараз абсолютно інакше. Те, що ми створюємо, воно живе в цьому вигляді десь 3, 4, 5, 6 місяців, потім треба зробити щось нове. Тому у нас це постійний цикл покращень, доробок і таке інше.
Дякую. My next question. Ви плануєте розширювати присутність в Україні. Чи розглядаєте ви можливість відкриття тут R&D-центру або виробничого центру? Якими ще планами з розширення ви можете поділитися? So my question is about you plan to grow your presence in Ukraine. Are you thinking about opening an R&D center or some production center here? Or what other expansion plans you can already share in terms of this cooperation?
Yes, here in Ukraine, the demand is huge. Customer demand is huge. So once we succeeded to strike the Shahid, so we are as a next step, we are bringing to some a Japanese engineer or production manager to here, and also setting up some R&D center as well as the manufacturing process. But also, I learned a lot from the many interviews of Ukrainian people, because if we're setting up a big factory, like in normal way, Shahid is coming, right? So, Ukrainian people, they have some wisdom and so experience, and so fragmented, a separated factory, and that is a know-how or underground management is an important point. So we are also considering this point.
Thank you.
Містер Такошігі каже, що так, вони планують відкривати тут R&D-центр, винаймати людину, яка буде займатися виробництвом, звичайно. Але зараз для нас головне – це отримати бойове застосування, над чим ми зараз все плідно працюємо. Ну і саме головне, те, що зараз в Україні непокоїть всіх, це, звичайно, безпека. Тому що містер Такошігі розуміє, що якщо ти відкриваєш великий завод, виробництво, то є велика вирогідність, що туди прилетить або ракета, або шахет, або якась інша ворожа нечисть. Тому він каже про дуже хороші заходи безпеки, які ми будемо використовувати в своїй роботі. Ну, можливо, це якесь сховане підземне виробництво.
Yes. Sure, with a huge respect to security measures. Okay, let's move on. Як ви оцінюєте глобальний ринок дронів-перехоплювачів, який його розмір, темпи росту та хто ваші основні конкуренти? І яку частку цього ринку займає саме Terra Drone? So my question is, how do you see the global market of the Interceptor drones, its size, growth, and maybe some your main competitors who you can mention? And what part of this market does Terra Drone want to reach?
Again, because of the war in Middle East, so the interceptor drones, the effectiveness of the interceptor drone already proven. So market size and also the way of the war is dramatically changed after the Ukrainian-Russian war. So the opportunity and the market size is cannot estimate it, but it's huge. Anyway, it's huge. And then regarding the competition, of course, there are several Ukrainian startup company, as well as a few interceptor drone company worldwide. But nobody succeeded in the autonomous operation. So right now is that the manual way. So I think by inputting in our technology, we'd like to promote the autonomous operation. So that is also important for your country to win or to be more increasing the rate of the strike. And this is important. And then, so regarding the market share or position you mentioned, generally speaking, Terra Group, if we provide the commitment, we are taking the #1 market share. So this is Terra Drone as a service provider, Terra Drone as a UTM, and also our recent company, the Terra Charge in Japan. We are delayed to entering the market, but in just 3 years, we take the #1 market share. So in Japan market, this is the Terra Charge. So likewise, we also would like to become a #1 company in this segmentation, not only Ukraine, but also the worldwide. So that is our goal.
Такий був доволі широка відповідь у містера Токушіге, але я скажу те, що я зміг запам'ятати з неї. Ну, перше, те, що дрони-перехоплювачі довели свою ефективність в нашій війні, і зараз високий попит на них на Близькому Сході теж доводить, що це дуже важливий аспект повітряного захисту. Також містер Токушіге сказав, що зараз в Україні є вже гравці, які вже виробляють схожі продукти, і конкуренція доволі висока, але ми хочемо сконцентруватися саме на автоматизації цього процесу, бо ми всі розуміємо, зараз дрони в Україні працюють в ручному режимі в більшості своєму, тобто багато що залежить від скілів оператора дронів, і нам потрібно для цього багато людей. І я додам від себе, що я саме таку ідею і сказав Тору, коли ми з ним вперше побачились, що наш шанс – це зробити автоматизовані дрони і не робити багато екіпажів, а робити багато пускових установок, щоб збивати ці дрони в автоматичному режимі. І це не мрія, це, в принципі, доволі реальна історія, яку ми зараз активно розвиваємо. Технологій багато, в принципі, є дуже багато працюючих, ми зараз над цим і працюємо. І те, що Торо додав, що, в принципі, позиція Terra Drone у світі – це бути першими. Вони добилися, вийшли в тройку компаній по зарядкам в Японії, це доволі теж такий сильний бізнес, де висока конкуренція, але вони туди зайшли 3 роки назад, і за 3 роки вони стали топ-3 компанії по цьому сегменту. Також вони займають перші місця по дронам, фокусуються вони в основному на індустріальних дронах, будівельних, аграрних і таке інше. Але, знову ж наголошую, що перші ролі – це те, що, в принципі, ми з Тору шукаємо зараз.
Дякую. Наступне питання. Говорячи про масштабування українського досвіду, який зараз у більшості це досвід з поля бою, чи є якісь ризики при масштабуванні наших українських практик на глобальний ринок? You talked about using Ukrainian battlefield experience in the global products. How will this work in the practice? So do you see any risks when scaling these solutions to other global markets? Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I already talking with the global player in prime defense. Not only Japan, but also the worldwide market. Also, we also some discussion with the MOD in Japan. So the important point is battle-proven product that you already have. So that is a seriously important topic for the customers to select it. Especially recent new way of the war. It's the drone. Drone is like a game changer. So it's compared with the traditional way is completely different. So in this case, you have the capability already proven. And also more important point is that every 3 months and 4 months, technology and the product is becoming evolving, right? Innovative. So that is important point. So this is for answer for the first question is that, so regarding the risk is that because of the war in Middle East, before that, maybe except only Ukrainian company understands the values of the Interceptor drone. But before the Middle East war, even if I explain the importance of the Interceptor drone, effectiveness of the Interceptor drone, most of the people cannot understand. And also Shahid is coming, right? Every day. But Japanese people cannot understand. Shahid is coming every day, right? Yesterday or today, right? Then good point is that for us is that because of the Middle East war, so this effectiveness already demonstrated. So everybody knows. So this means our risk is the competition. Because of this, everybody understands. So the competition become more fierce. So that's why we have to learn much more than previous. So that is very much important for us, right?
Thank you.
Містер Токушіге каже, що ефективність дронів-перехоплювачів довела себе в Україні, і війна на Близькому Сході теж показала дуже великий попит на них. Але те, що він наголошує вже в котрий раз, що люди в світі, в принципі, не зовсім розуміють нашу ситуацію. Ну, це розуміємо тільки ми, які живуть кожен день під атаками шахедів, і для нас це питання життя і смерті. Тому він наголошує, що іноді складно щось довести його японським колегам, тому що тільки ми можемо зрозуміти, як українці, всю складність цієї ситуації. І що нам треба шукати рішення з того, що у нас є. У нас нема дороговартісних зенітних установок, у нас є умовно наші голови, руки і те, що ми можемо зібрати разом цими всіми штуками.
Це найцінніше в нас.
Так. І досвід, дуже великий досвід.
Дякую. Моє останнє питання до пана Тору. Говорячи про раунд інвестицій Terra Drone у компанії Amazing Drones, ви не розголошуєте суму інвестицій. Чи можете назвати приблизний діапазон та стадію фінансування і яку модель партнерства ви обрали? So you have not disclosed the investment amount. Could you share an approximate range and the funding round? What financial model of cooperation have you chosen between Terra Drone and Amazing Drones?
Okay. So regarding this question is that right now we do not open the share of the amount of the investment money, but you can think that the amount of the money is not small and pretty big. Also, like we would like to support and providing the commitment as an equal partnership. Yeah.
Містер Токушіге не хотів би розказувати про точний розмір інвестицій, які були зроблені, і яка доля компанії була отримана. Я теж доєднуюсь до цього. Але я можу сказати, що ми зі свого боку отримали дуже досвідченого і класного міжнародного партнера. Це саме наш стратегічний партнер. Тобто ми не розглядаємося як дочірня компанія або філіал. Ми саме стратегічний партнер японської компанії в Україні. Дякую.
Дякую. So, Mr. Toru, thank you for answers for questions. My next block of questions will be addressed to Maksym Klymenko. So, Max, що зміниться після інвестиції Terra Drone в компанію Amazing Drones? Які ваші головні пріоритети? What will change after Terra Drone's investment, and what are your main priorities as for now? На українській.
Добре. Для нас зараз дуже важливо це розширити наші виробничі можливості, покращити наші вироби, доробити їх до тої стадії, на яку ми, в принципі, розраховуємо. Це саме автоматичний пуск, вихід на ціль і, собственно, збиття. Це те, на що ми, в принципі, зараз і плануємо витрачати кошти. Тобто це залучення нових людей, виробничі тести, надання дронів у підрозділи для тестів і таке інше.
Дякую. Якщо говорити про конкуренцію, які технології або інженерні рішення в рамках розробок Amazing Drones роблять ваш продукт конкурентно сильнішим за інших гравців? What technologies or engineering solutions make your product stand out from competitors?
В принципі, зараз ви бачите, багато з'являється на ринку нових продуктів, нових гравців. І, в принципі, ми цьому радіємо, тому що чим більше дронів захищає наше небо, тим краще, в принципі, для всіх українців. Про наш продукт можу сказати те, що, в принципі, ми плануємо сконцентруватися саме на автономності дрона. Тобто головне це не кількість операторів, а саме, як би це сказати, такі мізки дрона, які дають йому змогу літати самостійно, без тренування операторів. Тобто ми не можемо відповідати руським тим самим способом, як вони нам нарощують велику кількість людей в армії. У нас немає просто стільки людей. Наша єдина змога – це робити щось розумне, випереджаючи їх на крок вперед. Тому автономність – це наша головна ціль, яку ми переслідуємо. По всім іншим показникам ми, звичайно, теж будемо покращувати продукт, швидкість, маневреність і інші характеристики, бойове навантаження. Це все теж буде покращуватися. Те, що я, в принципі, показував на презентації, це загальний такий для відомо всієї спільноти показники, але вони, звичайно, будуть покращуватися. Ми не зупиняємося тут не на крок, і, в принципі, R&D йде кожен день.
Дякую. А якщо казати про перехід від прототипу до масового виробництва, які найбільші челенджі зараз є? Toru, I asked Maksym that he mentioned that Amazing Drones, as for now, is moving from prototypes to the mass production. And what are the biggest challenge for the company at this stage? Yes.
Я думаю, що великим викликом буде, звичайно, це той самий скейлінг, тобто масштабування в умовах повноцінної війни, обстрілів, загроз, шпигунів і всього такого, що нам наш північний сусід зараз тут робить в Україні. Тому теж, звичайно, не те, щоб великою, але проблемою є кадри, це багато хто говорить, ми це теж бачимо, розуміємо. Найм людей є доволі такою великою проблемою. Але, в принципі, ми думаємо, що це все можна подолати, ми дивимося в майбутнє позитивно і розраховуємо в найближчий час все це запустити.
Дякую. А чи можемо трошки поговорити про цифри в плані собівартості, скільки коштує виробництво і скільки коштує, там, умовно кажучи, вже готовий виріб для того чи іншого підрозділу? Toru, I asked Max to explain some economics of the Interceptor drones, like production cost and pricing of their drones, Interceptors.
Я би не хотів тут зараз розголошувати прямо всі цифри. Скажу тільки, що він не буде коштувати дорожче, ніж, в принципі, інші продукти на ринку, які зараз представлені. Вартість не буде перевищувати $2,5-3 тисячі за одиницю. Обов'язково буде наземна станція з різними всякими штуками цікавими, які ми всередину її вбудуємо. Тобто, ну так, якщо не вдаватися в деталі, от я би так сказав, 2-3 тисячі доларів приблизно за юніт.
До речі, це таке імпровізоване зараз питання від мене. А скільки взагалі людей залучено у виробництво одного виробу? Це одна людина чи команда, яка складає?
Поки що, поки ми не дуже велика компанія, називаємо це так, у нас десь одна людина може робити в день-два дрони-перехоплювачі. Але, в принципі, це все швидко змінюється, налагоджуються конвеєрні процеси, і це все буде набагато швидше. Тобто, відповідь дуже проста, одна людина робить 2 дрони в день.
Що немало, насправді. Окей. Чи маєте ви вже певні контракти або проекти, або плани за межами України? Які ринки розглядаєте перші для міжнародної експансії разом з Terra Drone? I asked Max, does he already have any projects or contracts outside the Ukraine? And if not, which markets is he looking at first for international expansion with your help as well?
Запити ми отримаємо періодично, звичайно, бо зараз ситуація, ви бачите, така в світі нестабільна, і умовно іранці зробили рекламу дроном-перехоплювача, мабуть, найкращу в світі, яка можливо була. Так вже сталося. Запити отримаємо, поки експорт не дозволений, це все робити неможливо особливо. Але, знову ж таки, з допомогою Terra Drone ми розуміємо, що ситуація так чи інакше зміниться. Президент казав, що, в принципі, скоро почнеться експорт продукції за кордон. Тому ми очікуємо на це і вибудовуємо поки що зв'язки з різними країнами. Тим більше у нашого стратегічного партнера Terra Drone дуже багато офісів в різних країнах світу. В принципі, ми розраховуємо на підняття продажів у майбутньому.
Дуже дякую. Бажаємо успіхів в цьому. Шановні гості, на цьому наша офіційна частина з презентаціями та з Q&A завершена, але зараз ми можемо рухатися в сторону нетворкінгу і в сторону спілкування з медіа. Тому у нас є час, будь ласка, можете підходити до мене у тих представників, у кого є запити, і ми будемо все організовувати на місці. А від себе я поки хочу додати, що сьогоднішня новина – це дійсно дуже класна і потужна підтримка України, підтримка українського Defense Tech та можливість його масштабування на глобальні ринки. Тому великі слова дяки пану Тору Токушіге, компанії Terra Drones, велика дяка Amazing Drones за те, що надихаєте своїми розробками та захищаєте нас. Дуже вам дякуємо. І ми віримо, що такі ініціативи, вони вчергове підкреслять, що справжній та актуальний